Sri Sanjay Murthy ji, Secretary Higher Education, Sri Anurag Jain, Secretary DPIIT from Ministry of Commerce, winners of Manthan Hackathon, those who have won the Toycathon, the Toy Business League, 75 potential innovative startups who have all joined us, Dr. Abhay Jere and his entire team, both in Ministry of Education as well as in AICTE. We are celebrating Innovation Week from today onwards for about next 1 week. There are many programs which have been arranged. All the principals, directors, vice chancellors from both our ministry and DPIIT who have joined, I welcome them on behalf of both Ministry of Education, AICTE as well as DPIIT. At the outset, there have been bouquet of activities which have been presented during these next 2 days. Especially, there are 5 panel discussions. There are 4 eminent speakers who are going to give keynote addresses. There is a fireside chat. And this is a festival of innovation in some way. And we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, 75 years of independence. We have already achieved significant things. The innovation movement which has begun from the Ministry of Education has been giving us rich dividends. For example, India, which stood at 81st position in the Global Innovation Index, has catapulted itself to the 46th position today. Our potential certainly is in the top 10, whether it is from the school education side or higher education side, institutions of eminence. If all of us put in our best efforts in order to create a culture of innovation in our institutions, starting from our curricula, starting from our examination reforms and examination system, giving a lot of opportunities for our students, be it through Smart India Hackathon or programs of innovation which are conducted in different institutions through our innovation councils, whether it is in terms of hackathons of special nature. Today we have got winners of Manthan Hackathon. We have winners from our own AICT's Chhatra Vishwakarma Award. We had a toy hackathon. All of them who deserve support. We have been providing support. In the 75th year of independence, we have chosen 75 such great ideas which will convert themselves into great startups. And I'm seeing a day in a couple of years' time that some of them will become unicorns. With this, I again welcome all of you to this very interesting 2 days event. But followed by that, the exhibition which is ongoing, I request all of you to attend that and get inspired from out of this. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
usage in the law enforcement. Sir.
Thank you, Alan. Honorable Minister of State for Education, Rajkumar Ranjan Singh Ji. Srimati Anita Karawal, Secretary School Education. Sri Sanjay Murthy, Secretary Higher Education. Sri Anurag Jain, Secretary DPIIT. Professor Anil Sahasrabuddhe, Chairman AICT. Professor Punia, Vice Chairman AICT. My colleague and friend, Sri Rakesh Ranjan Ji, and other colleagues at Ministry of Education and AICT. This Mantra Hackathon was extremely unique, and for the first time, Ministry of Education, AICT, and our innovation cell collaborated with BPR&D to organize this hackathon on national security, cyber security. We had 20 problem statements. The hackathon was launched on 26th of August 2021, and the response was enormous. For just 20 problem statements, we received more than 2,200 ideas. It was screened by 3 different individuals, 3 different evaluators independently, and finally, 115 teams actually participated in grand finale. This was 36 hours hackathon online, and out of 20 problem statements, we could get really great solutions for 14 problem statements. And this is the opportunity today for us to felicitate the winning teams for these 14 problem statements. So, for the first problem statement, which is based on identifying of crime-prone area, and we have the winning team, Safe Zone, from Institute of Gyan Ganga Institute of Science and Technology. For the problem statement, advanced object detection of images, we have team Rana from Thapar University. For problem statement 3, identification of hate content, the team is Hack Frenzy, which is there, which has been the winner. For the problem statement, identification of artificially generated deep fake content. You can read deep fake content?
Yes, now.
Deep fake content. The team is Origin Retrievers. For problem statement, submission of genuine and anonymous PIPAs, we have Disguise for Tips, which is there. For problem statement, identification of people at risk of radicalization, team is Thivra. For the problem statement, analysis of English content, the winning team is Elite. For the problem statement, event detection in CCTV footages, the team is Team Akatsuki. Sorry, it's a difficult name to pronounce. So for problem statement, tracing origin of social media posts, the team is Elon Fans. For the problem statement, abstraction-based text summarizer, the winning team is Code Hunters. For problem statement, face recognition at different angles, varying angles, Hawkeye. For the problem statement, OCR, on Hindi handwritten text. The winning team is Team Falcon. For the problem statement, detection of artificially molded fingerprints so that you cannot fool the system. The winning team is FemBots. So these were the 14 problem statements for which we had winning team. They will receive their check money and prize money from us subsequently, and we hope that these 14 teams continue to engage with our security agencies on taking these projects forward and actually implementing these projects at field level. So thank you, Ellen, for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for appreciating the winners of Manthan Hackathon and guiding us in implementing various innovative initiatives in higher education institutions and schools across the country. Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite Secretary Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Sri Sanjay Murthy, sir, to address the participants. Please, sir.
Today's chief guest, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh Ji, Honorable Minister of State for Education. My senior colleague, Srimati Anita Karwal Ji, Secretary School Education. My distinguished colleague, Shri Anurag Jain, Secretary DPIIT. Professor S. Budde Ji, Chairman AICTE. My colleague in the ministry, Rakesh Ranjan Ji, Additional Secretary. Dr. Abhay Jere, Head of the Innovation Cell, and his colleagues. The Vice Chancellors, faculty, students, and industries, and all other participants in today's event. First of all, I would like to thank DPIIT for giving us this platform and opportunity to showcase the events that the ministry has been doing in this Innovation Week celebrations. The symposium has been preceded by this virtual exhibition wherein more than 75
ஹலோ சார். சார் அங்கேயே ப்ராப்ளம் நினைக்கிறேன் சார்.
ஹலோ மேடம், பத்மதுரை மேடம்.
அங்கேயே ப்ராப்ளம் சுத்தின்னு இருக்கு.
சவுண்டு கேட்கலையா?
ஆமா, அங்கேயே ப்ராப்ளமா இருக்கு, ஸ்ட்ரக் ஆயிருக்கு.
அப்படியா? சரி சரி சரி.
டிரான்ஸ்மிஷன்.
நீங்க
அதான் செக்
நீங்க
பண்ணிட்டு
கோஹோஸ்ட் பண்றீங்க, அதுல என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் பார்த்தேன்.
இல்ல செக் பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருக்கேன். ஓகேங்களா?
ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. சரி, நான் லைவா தான் இருக்கேன். ஓகே.
अच्छी बात जो निकल के आती है वो ये आती है कि ज्यादातर आइडियाज हमारे देश की सोशल प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने की ओर है। एग्रीकल्चर के क्षेत्र में, हेल्थ के क्षेत्र में, पीने के पानी के क्वालिटी सुधारने में, वास्तव में आम आदमी की जिंदगी को कैसे बेहतर बनाए, ये सही इनोवेटिव चैलेंज का फायदा हो रहा है। जब आप आम आदमी की जिंदगी को सुधारेंगे तो पक्की बात है कि आपकी क्लाइंटेल भी उतनी बढ़ेगी, आपकी वैल्यूएशन भी उतनी बढ़ेगी, आपकी मार्केट भी उतनी बढ़ेगी। तो ये दोनों तरीके से आप वास्तव में हमारी सोसाइटी की प्रॉब्लम को दूर करने का काम भी कर रहे हैं। किसी भी देश की प्रगति में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है किस तरीके से उसका इंडस्ट्रियल करता है। हिस्टोरिकली हम लोग देखते हैं कि जब कोई इंडस्ट्री की प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ाते हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं, तो उसका रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ बढ़ जाता है। बट जब हम किसी इंडस्ट्री को नॉलेज और इनोवेशन बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री बनाते हैं तो उसकी जो रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ है वो एक्सपोनेंशियल हो जाती है। तो ये जो स्टार्टअप कंसेप्ट है ये मेनली नॉलेज और इनोवेशन बेस्ड कंसेप्ट है। तो मुझे लगता है कि हमारा जो अब हम देश के आजादी के 75वें साल में हैं और हम उसको पूरा सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव में, और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2047 100 साल के विजन की बात भी शुरू कर दी है जिसके बारे में विचार कर रहे हैं। तो मुझे ये लगता है कि अगले 25 साल में जो आने वाला है हमारे देश की, हम लोग जो प्रॉस्पेरिटी की बात करते हैं कि हम लोग वापस सोने की चिड़िया बनेंगे और व्हाटएवर, तो उसको चलने के लिए जो रोड टू प्रॉस्पेरिटी है वो स्टार्टअप्स ला सकते। ये मेरा व्यक्तिगत रूप से भरोसा भी है, और ये नॉलेज बेस्ड इनोवेशन बेस्ड जो इंडस्ट्रीज आएंगी वो हमारे देश की रोड टू प्रॉस्पेरिटी होंगी। इसके लिए एक महत्वपूर्ण रोल जो कि हायर एजुकेशन और स्कूल एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट प्ले कर सकते हैं, एक्चुअल में प्ले कर सकते हैं, कहना नहीं चाहिए, ऑलरेडी आप दोनों डिपार्टमेंट इस और काम कर रहे हैं। पर इसको किस प्रकार से हम अपने नीचे तक इनग्रेन करें कल्चर को, इनोवेशन और नॉलेज की कल्चर को, ये सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है। किसी देश की कल्चर बदलनी है तो लोग कहते हैं कि उसके स्कूल के बच्चों को पढ़ाई के सिस्टम में जारी कर दे। तो मुझे लगता है कि मैडम भी बहुत उसमें इंटरेस्ट ले ही रही हैं कि हम लोग अपने यदि पाठ्यक्रम में स्टार्टअप के बेसिक सीड बोने शुरू कर दे 7वीं 8वीं क्लास से, 10वीं क्लास तक आते आते बच्चों को स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम के बारे में और अपनी सोशल प्रॉब्लम्स को आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए, सॉल्यूशंस के लिए, इनोवेटिव बातों की एक्चुअल पढ़ाई के दौरान बातें बताएं और करने की बात करें, तो ये सिस्टम और डीप होगा। और जैसा हायर एजुकेशन तक आते आते तो आपने पूरा 360 सपोर्ट की बात की कि आईपीआर भी पढ़ाएंगे, उसकी वर्कशॉप भी करेंगे। इसकी कुछ छोटी चीजें हम लोग स्कूल एजुकेशन के उसमें भी कर सकते, बेसिक एक्सपोजर दे। हम ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि यदि 100 बच्चे क्लास में पढ़ रहे हैं तो 100 के 100 इनोवेटर बन जाएंगे, 100 में से 2-4 निकलेंगे, बट बेसिक एक्सपोजर के बाद जिसकी इंटरेस्ट होगी वो उस तरफ चला जाएगा, उसको फर्दर ट्रेनिंग, और ये सारा मटेरियल आज के तारीख में पॉसिबल है ऑनलाइन, तो उनके लिए स्पेशल क्लासेस कराना, इस प्रकार से यदि अच्छा कोर्स डिजाइन किए जाए तो आई एम श्योर कि वो हमारे देश की स्टार्टअप कल्चर को आगे ले जाने में बहुत सफल होंगे और उसकी वजह से हमारे देश में प्रॉस्पेरिटी आएगी। एक बार फिर मैं पुनः दोनों विभागों का और सारे जो साथ में साथी आज जुड़े हुए एआईसीटी वगैरह सारे जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, उन सबका बहुत आभार करता हूँ, क्योंकि संजय मूर्ति साहब ने मेरा आभार किया, पर मैं मानता हूं कि आप लोग मेरा काम कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज आई एम द नोडल डिपार्टमेंट फॉर स्टार्टअप्स, ऑल ऑफ अस आर वर्किंग टू इन द टीम स्पिरिट, सो आई express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you. Thank you so much.
Anurag sir, thanks for extending all the help and support from BPIIT. I just would like to take this opportunity to mention from even Ministry of Education, we are going to support these 75 startups or innovations which we have identified, and we will give them financial support or seed funding of 10 lakh rupees, up to 10 lakh rupees, along with mentoring support, so that they come to a stage where you can take it forward, sir.
Great.
Thank you, sir, for addressing the participants and providing an opportunity to collaborate with BPIIT for this program. Thank you, sir. BPIIT, Sri R.K. Puri, sir, to brief about Toy Business League. Please, sir.
सर ये
Thank
जो
you, everyone.
75
And a very
पूरा
warm
country
regards
से
to
छोटे-छोटे
all
कॉलेज
the
भी आए
Minister of-
हैं सर।
Can you hear me? Good morning, everyone, and a warm regards to Honorable Minister of State, Secretary Higher Education, Secretary School Education, Secretary DPIIT, Additional Secretary Rakesh Ranjan ji, Chairman AICT, Dr. Jere, and all the participants of this event. As we all know, Honorable Minister, Prime Minister, had in his Mann Ki Baat speech on August 2020 stressed upon that India should be made into a global toy hub. Department of Education, as a part of that, organized the Hackathon 2021 and had a list of about 117 such winners who could have the potential ideas of being commercialized. Now, DPI took the initiative of creating a toy business league event, which was to create a platform for clarification, for collaboration between the winners of Hackathon 21 and the toy industry. We are all aware of the fact that India has a lot of potential within itself. And to bring that potential into some commercialization, needed an event, support from the ministry, which DPIIT and Department of Education both came together and did it. Next slide, please. As I already said, Department of Higher Education organized Hackathon Again Challenges, and a small brief on what Hackathon 2021 had. It had a large number of participants, say about more than 1 lakh. It gave us around about 17,000 ideas. Out of those 17,000 ideas, we were able to shortlist 117 winning teams, which were classified into board games having 15 teams, ideas, digital games having 43 ideas, physical toys 13 ideas, and puzzles 11 ideas. Next slide, please. Now, the main focus was of this toy business league is to take a small step towards fulfilling the vision of Honorable Prime Minister. Now, for this, some groundwork had to be done. Next slide. The 18 winning ideas were placed before the 48 toy manufacturers. It was a 2-day event for about 15 hours intense discussion. It was parallel sessions were held for all those board games, physical toys, and all this. And we are happy to give you more statistics on this toy business league. Next slide, please. This is the groundwork which went into the toy business league success story. The 71 ideas were categorized into 4 segments: physical games, board games, puzzles, and board. And I think the board games are written twice. Then the main prime objective was to get the manufacturers to buy these ideas. So we had extensive meetings with the toy manufacturers. Webinars were held with them to, in fact, tell them the basic idea why is this toy business being organized. I'm happy to inform that the results of this toy business league were quite encouraging. We had 46 confirmed collaborations and 67 proposed collaborations. Now, these 57 proposed collaborations are ideas where the industries are interested and would like to interact with the innovators, which we are going to do in a short period of time. Next slide, please. These are the key outcomes. The basic, here's a snapshot of what we've done. The toy manufacturers showed interest in about 113 collaborations with 58 toy innovators. We have a detailed list which we just can't present here. 72% of the toy innovators who participated in business league received interest from the toy manufacturer, which is a quite higher range of acceptance. Board games were the highest with 49%. Digital games came next with 24%. Puzzles with 18% and physical toys with 10%. The manufacturers, Fun School showed the greatest interest in 34 possible collaborations. Frank Educational Age Private Limited gave out 25 such commitments. Nerdy Nerd gave 13 such commitments. When we come to the innovators, Team Macau got 5 interests. Team Creative Master got 4 interests. There are many others who got into 3 and 4 interests, which will be displayed in the next slide. Next slide, please. Now, this is the statistics graphical representation of how the toy business league went on. As in terms of percentages, if you see, the board games gets a number of yeses, maximum number of yeses, digital games followed by physical toys and then by puzzles. Similarly, maybes, again, the board games get the maybe possibilities. They are where the manufacturers are willing to have another round of session with the innovators to buy their ideas. Next slide, please. This is a snapshot of what the industry-wise, manufacturer-wise, what are their commitments. The gist has already been shared. I had shared this just a couple of slides back. So Fun School and Frank International are the leaders in this. Next slide, please. Now, this is the evaluation which we had done basis of the feedback form which we had floated. TPI had floated a feedback form to all the manufacturers to find out what are the combinations where we can have further negotiations. So this statistics would give you an idea of what a novelty means. The originality of the idea was preferred by the person with 3.6 or maximum ideas, novelty. And then similarly, scalability also came. At their novelty and scalability are the two different parameters which got the maximum score. Next slide, please. Here it's more clear here, novelty and scalability. This is how we manage the Toy Business League, and I'm quite happy to say that we are in the process of getting these manufacturers in contact with the innovators, and we have already developed the MOU to be signed subsequently, so that all these things gets commercialized in a, what you can say, in a way where the innovators are where the innovators are quite secure of getting just share in it. Next slide, please. That's all I think so. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, sir, for your brief presentation about Toy Business League and the key success factor to the participants. Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite Secretary, School Education, Ministry of Education, Srimati Anita Karwal, ma'am, to address the participant. Please, ma'am.
Thank you. Am I audible?
You're audible, ma'am.
Thank you. Respected Minister of State, Dr. Singh, sir, my colleagues, Sanjay Murthy, Anurag Jain, Rakesh Ranjan, the force behind innovation and entrepreneurship, the chairman of AICTE, Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe, and Vice Chairman, Dr. Punia, and the man behind the wheels, Abhay Jare, other colleagues, vice chancellors, industrialists, and I believe there are technocrats also here. A very good morning to you. First of all, a huge congratulations to the winners of Manthan 2021. I was noticing, as Anurag mentioned, that the problem statements which were given related, of course, to security, but overall to our social fabric. And the problem statements were very interesting: hate content, facial recognition, origin of social media, etc. What impressed me the most was that there was an entirely girls team. It was called Fembot, and this is the way to go. And I'm really happy that girls are also participating in such huge numbers in this. It goes to show that these hackathons are being organized in such a beautiful manner. They are attractive, they are inspiring all kinds of students to join. So I would like to congratulate AICTE and Center for Innovation also for the huge amount of nation building work and character building work that you're doing through these efforts. ये जो स्कूल एजुकेशन में हम लोग अभी उस मोड़ पर खड़े हैं जहां नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी आ गई है और हम लोग ने कभी सोचा नहीं था कि इनोवेशन, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, इस तरह की चीजें हमारे करिकुलम का पार्ट बन जाएंगी. If you look at the curriculum framework of 2005, which is the extant curriculum framework for the present until we get the new one, nowhere entrepreneurship or the skill of innovation or of risk taking, becoming job givers rather than job seekers, these things are not even mentioned about 15 or 16 years back. And here we are in this VUCA world, where this huge disruption is going to take place. I feel the skill of innovation and the skill of risk taking is a disruption. And unless this kind of disruption is integrated in my curriculum, my children are not future ready. And therefore, I just want to say, because Anurag mentioned it, that we are actually in the process of developing the new national curricular framework. The committee has been put in place. It is headed by none other than Dr. Kasturi Ranganji. And intense discussions have been going on since October when the committee was formed. And we hope to give a new national curriculum framework for school education by the end of this year, which will incorporate 5 things, which I feel together are really important for the child to be able to imbibe innovation as a part of their learnings. And those 5 things are knowledge of India. So when we are talking about problems related to social problems related to the country, so knowledge of India becomes very important. The second thing is scientific temper. It is important that from early childhood grades to grade 12, scientific temper is imbibed, and the curriculum framework is being built accordingly. Computational thinking, which doesn't mean mathematics, which doesn't mean that I have to be an expert in calculus or trigonometry or whatever else, because I'm not. For example, myself, I do not even understand mathematical terms, but a computational thinking, a logical thinking process has to be imbibed early on. Then the fourth thing is citizenship, where you are able to contribute to nation building, you're able to understand your fundamental duties, your rights, and you're able to be very, very responsible citizens. And of course, the fifth thing is 21st century skills. These are the cross-cutting themes for the National Curricular Framework, which is going to be a part and integrated in the entire curriculum from early childhood to grade 12. And so this is an absolutely new structure. And of course, it requires a huge amount of teacher training. It requires a huge amount of hand-holding of educational administrators, monitoring, etc. The beginning has been made. I want to mention a few things. In 2019, Central Board of Secondary Education introduced artificial intelligence as a skill subject. We became the first country in the world to introduce it as a subject in a national board. Of course, we were followed immediately by China and some others, but they have not introduced it as a subject, but as an option in one or two states. Now, AI for social sector is the focus. So when we are teaching AI to our children, projects that they have to take up at the end of their learning has to be related to social problems. So that is the first thing that happened. Then, of course, we started getting into other domains of critical thinking and experiential learning, to pedagogy, to teacher training, etc. Abhay has helped us with the School Innovation Ambassador Program. As was already mentioned, that we are trying to now get to about 50,000 teachers to become School Innovation Ambassadors. AICTE also roped in all of us in school education into the Toykathon program. And you would be surprised to know that when the Honorable Prime Minister, he interacted with the children who had won the Toykathon, you had children ranging from the age of 10 years old to 18 years old. 10 years old, communicating directly with the Prime Minister about how they have solved the problem, what was the problem statement, and the innovative ideas that they have brought up. I think there can be nothing better than that for ensuring that our children are future ready for 2047, for what we are preparing these days. Our vision is being prepared for that. We are also, with the help of CIC and AICTE, also at the present moment designing a curriculum for design thinking. And this is also going to be introduced in CBSE from the coming academic session. It is actually on the verge of being finalized. And design thinking, we feel, is the beginning of entrepreneurial ideas, of innovation. The whole idea of risk-taking is actually inbuilt in design thinking. So this is another step forward that we have taken. So all in all, I think since we are short of time, I would just like to say that in the end, that the environment that is being built around innovation, entrepreneurship, etc., in the school education, in the higher education sector, with the help of DPIIT, with the help of so many other ministries, Anurag mentioned 30 ministries, our children have to be able to take advantage of that environment. And higher education and school education, we are working together with full force to ensure that it happens through our curriculum and through various initiatives that we are jointly taking together. With that, I would like to say thank you very much for organizing this program. I love the presentations, the Toy League presentation, the presentation made by Abhay. I think these are kind of presentations which should go viral on the social media too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your address and guiding us in implementing innovation program like School Innovation Ambassador Training Program for school teachers across the country. Also, with your guidance, we will be able to create the culture of innovation across the schools in our country. Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to invite the chief guest of the today's program. Movie. That's it. Sir will be launching. Sir. I would now like to invite a chief guest of today's program, Honorable Minister of State for Education, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan sir, to launch a movie on journey of Hackathon. Sir, please, sir.
Okay. I'm privileged to launch this. Any. Okay, sorry.
Please, sir.
Innovation, invention, breakthrough. Throughout history, Indian scientists have blazed a trail of discoveries that have transformed the quality of life through science and technology. We have the largest pool of STEM professionals in the world. Indian scientists and engineers continue to create solutions in the field of technology, medicine, metallurgy, textiles, space exploration, and many more. However, still India is in a state of flux, with many challenges facing the nation today. Our youth are up to the challenge. They are raring to go and ready to find solutions. Smart India Hackathon, a unique platform. It combines the energy of youth with their scientific minds to find solutions that help improve lives through breakthrough innovations.
साथियों, बीते 5-6 वर्षों में हैकाथॉन को देश की समस्याओं के समाधान का एक बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया गया है। इसके पीछे की सोच है देश के सामर्थ्य को संगठित करना, उसे एक माध्यम देना। कोशिश ये है कि देश की चुनौतियां और समाधान से हमारे नौजवान का सीधा कनेक्ट हो। जब ये कनेक्ट मजबूत होता है तो हमारी युवा शक्ति की प्रतिभा भी सामने आती है और देश को बेहतर समाधान भी मिलते हैं।
The Smart India Hackathon has grown into the world's largest open innovation model that promotes ideation, innovation, and entrepreneurship. It encourages students to use science and technology to solve challenges that we face as a nation today. Some of the students have carried forward their ideas and commercialized them to build their own ventures. The Smart India Hackathon has evolved over the last 5 editions to an annual mega event.
We have developed a retro kit to convert the existing combustion engine vehicles into the electric ones, and we are starting from the passenger auto rickshaws. The Smart India Hackathon made us realize the potential of this idea, gave us the confidence and resources to take the leap and incorporate as a startup right after the graduation.
This year, in 2022, Smart India Hackathon is larger and grander as it is part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, celebration of 75 years of independence. For the Smart India Hackathon 2022, the focus is various themes that are crucial to our society today. The Smart India Hackathon contest has 2 age groups: Smart India Hackathon Senior for bachelors, masters and PhDs, and Smart India Hackathon Junior for 6th to 12th grade students, which has been added this year. In 2017, about 40,000 students took part. These numbers grew almost 5 times to over 2 lakh by 2020. And this year, in 2022, the participation numbers are expected to grow manifold. Corporates, NGOs and PSUs have also recognized the importance of this event and are keen to be part of it every year.
This participation by ISRO in unearthing the native talent that has helped us solve many of the problems of the common man as well as society. And we are happy that the Smart India Hackathon has gone a long way in promoting the vision of ISRO as well as the mandate with which the whole Indian space program was started in this country.
The Smart India Hackathon has pan-India penetration.
मैंने स्मार्ट हैकाथॉन अटेंड किया। ऐसा प्रोग्राम इन फ्यूचर आगे में और होते रहने से हम जैसे छात्रों को नॉर्थ ईस्ट में और मेन स्ट्रीम का साथ जुड़ने का मौका मिलेगा।
Hackathons have become a unique learning experience for students where they acquire real-world skills.
I won the SIH 2019 edition and I presently work at Microsoft Research India. This was a truly transformative experience. Post winning SIH, I actually got the opportunity to participate at the Singapore India Hackathon. At these hackathons, I got to explore my creativity beyond my technical education. And I was able to inculcate skills that are sought after by employers all across the globe.
For many institutions, the Smart India Hackathon has been a fruitful experience.
स्मार्ट इंडिया हैकाथॉन 2018 के आने के बाद काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय में इनोवेशन, स्टार्टअप, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और इंक्यूबेशन का एक इकोसिस्टम तैयार हुआ है, जिसके कारण यहाँ के छात्र छात्राएं एवं अध्यापकों ने लगभग 50 से ज्यादा इंक्यूबेशन और स्टार्टअप के ऊपर काम किया है और लगभग 1 करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा की उनको फंडिंग प्राप्त हुई है।
Smart India Hackathon is just around the corner. The website is up and there is excitement all around, since school students too are getting to participate starting this year.
Last year, my friends and I, we participated in Toy Hackathon where we created a digital game and won the first prize. This year, when we get to participate in the Smart India Hackathon, I will get the opportunity to tackle the new real-world problems and create something that will be helpful for the people of my country.
Have you logged in yet? Do you have it in you to find a solution and become a winner? Join us this year for the Smart India Hackathon 2022. Log on to www.sih.gov.in today.
The movie on Journey of Hackathon. I also now request Minister Sir to launch the Smart India Hackathon 2022 problem statement.
Just PPT.
Show the PPT.
Show the PPT.
Okay.
Just click.
Okay.
So, sir, this year's Smart India Hackathon movie we have launched, it is becoming bigger. Till date, we have received more than, problem statements from more than 30 government agencies. Today, we are going to release 302 problem statements. The problem statements will be up in an hour on our website. So I take this opportunity to request all the participants who have joined to look at this first batch of problem statements. Within a week, we will be releasing the second batch of problem statements, which will be around again 150 to 200 problem statements. They are under scrutiny, and together we will we expect large number of students to participate. We will be having large number of webinars to talk about details regarding Smart India Hackathons and timelines. But tentatively, the grand finale of this Smart India Hackathon 2022 will be planned in June 2022, sir, so that exams are over and students can focus on actually converting their ideas into innovation. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Abhay sir, for briefing about the problem statement. And I thank Minister sir for launching the SIS 2022 problem statement. Students can log in and access to those problem statements. Thank you. I would now like to invite Chief Guest of today's program, Honorable Minister of State for Education, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh sir, to address the participants.
Okay. Namaste. I extend my warm greetings to Secretary School, Srimati Anita Karwalji, Secretary DPIIT, Mr. Anurag Jain, Secretary Higher Education, Mr. K. Sanjoy Murthy, Chairman AICT, Professor Anil Sastavachuji, Rakesh Ranjanji, and Abhay Jere, my dear innovators, entrepreneurs, and winners of previous edition of Hackathon, other distinguished guests, faculty members, students, and participants. We are present here virtually to celebrate our innovation and entrepreneurship related achievement under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav on the 75th anniversary of our independence. Here I feel very proud of it, and also I am very happy when I recall my 34 years of events when I joined to the National Science Movement under the National Council for Science and Technology and under the Professor Yospal Seth. We try to inculcate the scientific temperament, particularly to the young and rural population in those days, under the name of Bharat Jana Vigyan Jatha. And I still remember that the Government of India school education tried long back. There was science unit in the school, Vigyan Mandir in the school, and they have given a lot of the equipment to the school to inculcate the scientific temper to the young mind. So I just feel proud of that. Those 34 years long movement of people science now come up to the highest level under these programs. So with this few words, I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate all the winners of National Innovation Contest who have received funding or mentorship support from our ministry. I also wish to congratulate winners of Manthan Hackathon and request them to continue their engagement with our security agencies to further work on their ideas. I like the film which our team had prepared on Hackathon, and I'm very proud that because of our effort, the culture of Hackathon is getting institutionalized in our country. Another interesting initiative present today was Toy Business League. I hope that Ministry of Education and DPIIT will ensure that fruitful collaboration happen between the innovators and industry so that most of the idea actually get commercialized. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has often shared his vision of building a new and Atmanirbhar Bharat. This could be achieved by supportive ecosystem and dedication and effort of our innovators and entrepreneurs. Our future should merge the best of our tradition with the best of the modern global outlook. Also, the world of tomorrow can't be a reality without a strong, innovative, and enterprising India. Hence, achievement of our innovators and entrepreneurs under various initiatives of Ministry of Education and DPIIT is really worth and celebrations. The freedom fighters gave us the fundamental gift of political freedom from the British rule. Now, our innovators and entrepreneurs are playing their role in taking that freedom further by making Atmanirbhar Bharat. Under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we are focusing on years of struggles for independence and thereafter 75 years of ideas, 75 years of accomplishment, 75 years of effort, and 75 years of resolutions. In addition to honoring our freedom fighters through this Mahotsav, the young generation is being educated about the country's accomplishment, activities, and resolutions during the last 75 years in order to motivate them to take them the mission forward and realize their dream while working for their country. We strive to be a knowledge-based economy, and this is not possible without innovative spirit and entrepreneurship within our educational institutions. The National Education Policy 2020 envisions the establishment of a National Research Foundation. The outreaching goal of the NRF will be to facilitate a culture of research in our higher educational institutions. NEP seeks to establish NRF to fund outstanding peer-reviewed research and to actively seed research in universities and colleges. The NRF will competitively fund research in all disciplines. Hence, educational institutions in India need to shift their mindset and create environment that support high quality research, innovations, and entrepreneurship leading to commercializations and technology transfer. The institutes should place a greater emphasis on the quality of their innovation and research rather than on the numbers. The recent years India has made significant improvement in the areas of innovations and startup on the world stage. Under the Global Innovation Index, India has raised from 81st place in 2015 to 46th place in 2021. This is a great achievement, and it reflects New India's success narrative and our collective effort in the right directions. Intellectual property rights, innovations, and entrepreneurship are clearly key instruments to facilitate us in fulfilling the Sustainable Development Goals and international commitment of New India. Only these are the pathways by which we can transform to a knowledge-based economy and reach our goal of a 5 trillion economy by 2025. Friends, our country has one of the largest higher education system and the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. Thus, our higher educational institutions have enormous potential to serve as enabler in the Indian innovations and startup ecosystem. Our higher educational institutions must focus their effort on instilling a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in our students, as well as preparing teachers to be innovators, creative problem solvers, entrepreneurs, and job creators. This will undoubtedly result in a revolutions, not only in terms of economics, but also in terms of social and environmental transformations. Implementations of the National Education Policy 2020 in the true spirit will greatly boost the achievement made so far. The Ministry of Education has already launched a program to unearth, recognize, and facilitate innovations, research, and startup in areas of higher education and school education. The collaborative programs of Ministry of Education with DPIIT, like Toy Business League for linking entrepreneurs to the concerned industry, is praiseworthy, as it will take us forward towards the vision of industry-academia collaborations. I hope that the initiative like Toycathon, Smart India Hackathon, institutions, Innovation Council, IP literacy, awareness and patent fee, financial support to the innovators through CAPLA scheme, identifying the funding of early stage innovations and entrepreneurs through national innovation contests and creation of strong innovation awareness and foundation of school through school innovation ambassadors. Training programs and upcoming School Innovation Council would be instrumental in realizing the dream of India as a Brishaguru. I once again thank all those who participated in this program, and especially the innovators who have given us a pride to discuss their achievement during these celebrations. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your address. I extend hearty thanks to Honorable Minister of State for Education for sparing your valuable time from your busy schedule to grace the occasion and inaugurating the E-Symposium on building innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem in education institutions. Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite Chief Innovation Officer, Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, Dr. Abhay sir, to deliver vote of thanks.
So before getting into vote of thanks, I have two major requests for all our viewers. Our next session will start at 1:30 p.m., which is a keynote address by Shri Sridhar Vembu, founder and chairman of Zoho. It's going to be a very, very interesting session, followed by panel discussion on innovation, human values, and sustainability. And it is very important because you raised the issue related to sustainability during your talk, sir. Please go to our YouTube channel, that is MOE's Innovation Cell, and there is a separate program or a separate link given to all, each and every program or each and every session out there. If you look at our channel, you will see the list of all the sessions, and you can actually go from one session to another session. It's very, very easy to navigate. So after this program is over, I will request all our viewers to visit the e-exhibition, because we have actually we are demoing these 75 innovators which we will be funding today as e-exhibitors, and with help and support of DPIIT and CII. So you should take this opportunity to look at their products, to interact with them, because the platform is so mature where you can talk to them, you can engage with them, you can actually explore how collaborations could be established. So it is going to be a very, very interesting opportunity. So I will request you all to actually visit the exhibition, e-exhibition. So link will be given in the description of this YouTube channel, which you can use. So, sir, now to conclude, sir, we would really like to thank our Honorable Minister of State, Shri Rakesh Kumar Ranjan Singh, for guiding us. We would like to thank leadership in school education department, in higher education department, DPIIT, AICT, and all my colleagues at MIC, that is Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. Thank you very much.
Sir, for everyone, sir, so there is a e-exhibition of all the innovations, it seems. The link will be there.
Thank
so
you
just
once again, everyone. Thank
go
you,
with the
Abhay,
link.
sir, for delivering a formal vote of thanks. I thank the chief guest of the day and all the dignitaries and all the few thousand participants from various parts of the country for joining this program. I kindly request all the participants to switch on your camera to take a selfie. I kindly request all the participants, experts who are joined online for this program to take a selfie.
He has to change the screen.
Yeah, please take out this mask for a while.
Change the screen.
Screen, pura screen.
All participants should be visible. Multiple नहीं है. So Someone from AICT, my team there will take, because they can see. They can see multiple screens there.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You just go with that link. It will be available in the YouTube. I'll just e-exhibition and see with the e-exhibition, because it will be helpful for you. Another thing is also Smart India Hackathon link I have shared in that Tech Innovation Ambassador group and students group. Just share it. It is sih.gov.in. It will be launched within 1 hour. So you'll get many problem statements. You can use the problem statements and do your project work. Even that same statement, you can even go for your mini project also. Okay. Thank you.